of my daily photo challenge. Today's a little different because I went outside and I took a photo with a microphone and did my live, came inside and realized that I did the live on a different YouTube channel instead of this one. So my options were redo the live unnecessarily because I already took the photo. Or then I thought I could just bring you inside and bring you along for the editing process. Like I mentioned in one of my other weeks, I had been thinking about doing that. So for this week, we're gonna take a look at the photos that I already took during a live that went on the wrong channel and we'll see how this goes. I can tell that you can see my screen, but I don't know, like, it's not super clear because I can see that it looks really bright to you right here and like brighter than it really is. Ooh, that made it worse. It's better that way. Sorry for the rocky. Yeah, I think I might need to figure out how to like do a screen share live. I know you can do that, but clearly I'm not set up for that right now, so I guess maybe it's better for me to edit at an angle for you. We'll see how it goes today. So first of all, I've loaded the photos and I've brought them up in Lightroom and I'm just gonna take a look at them and choose which ones I think are worth editing. I like this one because this part is in focus, the rest is blurry, although I don't really love the placement of the part that's in focus. This one's a little too bright, probably looks really extra bright to you. This one, this part is nicely in focus. You may not be able to tell and the rest is not. Same here, we've got, I would rather have all three in focus. Okay, for this one, we have this clover here is really nicely in focus. So that one might look cool with a little bit of tweaking. So I'm gonna flag that as a pick. Now, this is where I moved from clover over to a different plant that looks a little bit like clover, but I don't think it is clover, something else. I don't love this shot, but I liked how the plant is kind of going across the photo like this, but I didn't like how it disappeared off the edge. So I believe in the next photo, yeah, I had it so that it was going across, but you could see the end. Now, let's take a look. I took a few shots like this. Okay, this one's better focused than the one before. Okay, I think that's the best focus out of those three. And then, yeah, so challenge I was having here is when I would get, let me go back a photo, when I would get this part of the plant in focus, the little flower would be blurry. And then I took another photo where I was purposely getting the flower in focus, and you can, well, maybe you can't see. Can't see super well, but that is, the flower is more in focus, but then there's so much out of focus that I don't like the full effect of it. So what I'd be interested to try doing is editing them both. The lighting is similar between the two. If I edit them both the same way and then bring them both into Photoshop, maybe I can take the in focus flower from one photo and put it on the other photo, where like blend them together so that I have the flower from one photo in focus and the leaves from the other. So I think I might end up trying that. But let's just look at the rest of the photos, see what I did here. Okay, that one is completely out of focus. I was really trying to see if I could get that flower in focus, but it was not working. And I was explaining the mechanics of this to you while filming the live, and my microphone was working. So it could have been great, but it went on the wrong channel. So next time, maybe next time, hopefully at some point we'll get over all the technical difficulties that I am facing in the newbie phase of doing these lives. So I don't want the live to be like excessively long or boring, but all I've done is chosen a photo, so I'm gonna continue on with the editing, and if you're interested, stay with me. So I'm gonna change this so that I'm just viewing the ones that I have flagged. Just maybe play a little bit with this one. I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see of the adjustments that I'm making, since, again, like there's a before and after of the photos. You can see that I've upped the exposure on this one because I had to put my settings so that it would be a darker photo if I wanted to have a better chance of getting it in focus. So I'm gonna try adjusting the luminance on this. Yeah, I think I like that better. Just to make this a little smoother in the background. Again, I don't know if this is really the one I'm gonna stick with, but I do want to play with it a little bit. Yeah, so this is the one, the one with the changes. I do like that better, and it's not a bad photo. I'm just not obsessed with it or anything like that. So I'm gonna play with the other one now. You can see here, if you know anything about the rule of thirds, you can see the guides here. And I like that this is like kind of the part that I want to be in focus and hopefully to draw your eye to is in this area up here. When I crop it for a thumbnail, it'll be a little bit narrower this way, so I can adjust that. So I think I'm just gonna leave it cropped as it is. And I'm just going to tweak a couple of things to see what we can do. I don't think I want to tweak too much. I think we can see some pretty good detail there. Let's see. And then we'll replace this blurry flower with a more in focus one once I'm happy with the, ooh, I think I like that better. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to sync these two photos so that they have the same settings applied. So that's how this one, the second one, was before and after. I don't know how well you can see that. Can you see that photo, that you can see the detail of the flower a bit more on this one? I'm just adjusting the luminance, which makes it look a little less grainy or noisy. And I do want those flowers to look as crisp and clear as I can get them. I think that's where I'll stop. Again, you can't really tell, can you? There, see, some detail. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that for now, and I'm gonna export these two photos. Put it in my clover folder. And then I'm gonna open those two photos in Photoshop. So just gotta wait now. Now we're gonna do a little bit of masking. Somebody's about to print something, so it might get loud in here unless my microphone can get rid of it. Okay. let's see what happens when we move this photo on top of the other, if we can line them up. So I'm going to make this photo look so that I can kind of see through it and line it up. So it's about in the same place as the other one. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to bring the opacity back to normal. But I'm going to make this layer see, how do we do this? It's been a while since I did this. Layer mask, yes. And I'm going to do hide all, so this photo was going to disappear. And then when I zoom in on this, because I have the other flower, let's try to make this so you can see the detail. Because I have the other flower sitting on top of this, it's just hidden. If I get my paintbrush and paint on top of this layer, we will bring in the other flower. So let's see how that looks. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I want you to be able to see it. Oh, can I just zoom in on here? Maybe that'll work. Okay, let's see if you can see that. Can you see that? Oh, no, you can't. What if I turn it this way? Can you see it? There, I think you can a little bit. So clearly, it would be better if I had, if I was able to share my screen. So I'm just going to paint around it unnecessarily. Like, I don't want all this extra border, but I want to be able to see where the flower is, and then I can work on getting rid of that detail from the other photo. So I'm going to switch my paintbrush so that now I'm making things go away when I paint over them. I'm going to make this less hard. All right, there we go. We're getting rid of the green border from the photo that had the in focus flower, because we just want the other photo to be the background. Oh, we're getting a little bit of flower. I think that'll be fine. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this will look. Let me zoom out. You see how that is? Okay, so I'm taking it away so you can see before and after. Out of focus flower, in the focus flower. I think that will be good. I may, let's zoom out of this again. I may do a few more tweaks on there, but that is the basic idea of what I wanted to try, and hopefully you'll be able to see the photo a bit better in the thumbnail. Let me know what you thought of watching the editing process. I could talk more about what I'm doing. I don't know if that would be of interest. I don't know if it's boring to watch me do this. I don't know, but I just wanted to experiment. So if you have any thoughts, let me know what you think. And thanks for joining me again today for day 6, and I will see you again tomorrow.